say, get ready for a glimpse of the future. But that wouldn't be right. The future is already here. What is next in line? One of the cars the Motorfest wants to showcase for our lovely reviewer Danny is the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. An engineering marvel with all the slick style of a Porsche and the raw power of battery-powered acceleration. Remember, drive the vehicle to the designated location while keeping it as unblemished as possible. It's a showcase after all.
Hey, is this thing on? Yeah? Thanks again for driving these mighty EVs for me. You make it look so easy. Writing about these beasts is no easy feat, and I'm not much of a driver. Lucky to be teaming up with you. Anyway, let's do this. I might not drive, but I know quite a lot about these machines. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S, where do I start? First 100% electric vehicle made by the Stuttgart manufacturer. Different variations available on the market. The Turbo S you're driving being the high-performance model. Hey, nice! We got the best one! And if I remember correctly, it can reach 100 kilometers per hour in, wait, let me check my notes, 2.8 seconds! Wow, you think you could try that? I mean, without damaging the car, obviously. Are just, wow! Feels like we're on an island-sized exhibition. I gotta snap some shots. great job. I got some great pictures for my paper.
Amazing job, driver. I think you really showcased this car's potential. Now the race really begins.
Oh boy, this is it, racing time. Keep in mind that the EV's instant acceleration is one of their most impressive traits. That's something you can use against these guys. I did mention that it'd be great to have shots in a storm, but damn, Hawaii, you didn't have to go so hard. Anyway, I'm eager to see how great the Taycan can race. It'll spice up my review for sure. You know, Taycan means lively young horse in Turkish. And that's cool, but to me, Porsche is being modest here. I mean, look at that thing go! This is so much cooler than my usual review cycle, and a hell of a lot crazier. Take these nitro lanes to refill your nitro batteries. Don't make fun of me, but to me, EVs like that Porsche is like a new power joining the car universe. Like a friggin' superhero. What? I mean it. Got a clear shot. Full power. Let's make history. believe I'm being a part of this. This is mental. Enters the fray. This ride kills. You did it.
Will be electrifying. Pun very much intended. Diversity than you'd expect when it comes to EVs. But right now, we're going to showcase something that's slightly more ostentatious. Danny handpicked this one for its brashness, exclusivity, and trailblazing aspirations. Also, it's British. Care to guess which car it's going to be? The EV connoisseur's dream. I know you're raring to drive this one, but save your enthusiasm for the race. The showcase comes first. Just stay on the road and get to the meeting point in one piece.
Back online. I'm ready to do this. Let's get out of town first. I'm so glad the Avaya's got included in this EV lineup. I barely got to check it out when it first came out. But this time I'll make sure to review the living daylights out of it. For starters, did you know they only made 130 of them? The Avaya has been called many things. Eve, Type 130, Omega, but most people call it fast. I mean it. It can reach a max speed of 340 kilometers per hour in like 9 seconds. That's just insane. That speedway is a perfect place to check that fact. Let's see how fast you can really go. You can hear that? Barely, right? It's like the stealthiest show of force. Check the wind turbines on the left. Looks like the wind is picking up. We're here. Good luck for the race. And don't forget, use the Lotus's full acceleration from the start. From 0 to 100. Combustion engines just can't compete.
After watching you, our reviewer has new and inventive ways to describe this modern classic. Showcasing a car is one thing, but braving a storm in it is something else. Good luck, driver!
Right, so you're driving at warp speed through a tempest and racing a bunch of friggin' monsters. What could go wrong? Keep her as steady as you can. I'm gonna try to get good footage. That EV has a pyramid-shaped battery and an extremely low center of gravity. Slick engineering innovation for an optimal combo of power, responsiveness, and agility. It's gonna give you the edge, no matter what you're racing against. Trust me. You are actually part of the storm. You're lightning. I should write that down. Incredible. Nobody's ever driven an EV like that. Horsepower with that kind of acceleration? No wonder Eve isn't street legal. Almost there. Gotta get those glory shots. This car was made for the spotlight. You rode the lightning, and I got the shots of a lifetime.
Your heart's still racing, but there's no time to rest. The next vehicle you'll be showcasing will likely surprise you. Danny is beside himself with excitement. Think of it like a revival. I'm sure you've never ridden anything like this before. For the next race and showcase will be the GMC Hummer EV. This rough rider combines size and speed like never before. Give it a whirl. Oh, and it might be sturdy, but remember to keep it pristine for the delivery. Have fun!
is this thing on? Yeah? Hey, is this thing on? Yeah? Thanks again for driving these mighty EVs for me. You make it look so easy. Writing about these beasts is no easy feat, and I'm not much of a driver. I'm lucky to be teaming up with you. Anyway, let's do this. I might not drive, but I know quite a lot about these machines. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Where do I start? First 100% electric vehicle made by the Stuttgart manufacturer. Different variations available on the market. The Turbo S you're driving being the high-performance model. Hey, nice! We got the best one! And if I remember correctly, it can reach 100 kilometers per hour in... Wait, let me check my notes. 2.8 seconds! Wow! You think you could try that? I mean, without damaging the car, obviously. Are just... wow! Feels like we're on an island-sized exhibition. I gotta snap some shots. We're here. Great job. I got some great pictures for my paper.
your heart's still racing, but there's no time to rest. The next vehicle you'll be showcasing will likely surprise you. Danny is beside himself with excitement. Think of it like a revival. I'm sure you've never ridden anything like this before. For the next race and showcase will be the GMC Hummer EV. This rough rider combines size and speed like never before. Give it a whirl. Oh, and it might be sturdy, but remember to keep it pristine for the delivery. Have fun!
is this thing on? Yeah? Thanks again for driving these mighty EVs for me. You make it look so easy. Writing about these beasts is no easy feat, and I'm not much of a driver. Lucky to be teaming up with you. Anyway, let's do this. I might not drive, but I know quite a lot about these machines. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Where do I start? First 100% electric vehicle made by the Stuttgart manufacturer. Different variations available on the market. The Turbo S you're driving being the high-performance model. Hey, nice! We got the best one! And if I remember correctly, it can reach 100 kilometers per hour in... Wait, let me check my notes. 2.8 seconds! Wow! You think you could try that? I mean, without damaging the car, obviously. Hey, is this thing on? Yeah? Thanks again for driving these mighty EVs for me. You make it look so easy. Writing about these beasts is no easy feat, and I'm not much of a driver. Lucky to be teaming up with you. Anyway, let's do this. I might not drive, but I know quite a lot about these machines. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Where do I start? First 100% electric vehicle made by the Stuttgart manufacturer. Different variations available on the market. The Turbo S you're driving being the high-performance model. Hey, nice! We got the best one! And if I remember correctly, it can reach 100 kilometers per hour in... Wait, let me check my notes. 2.8 seconds! Wow! You think you could try that? I mean, without damaging the car, obviously. Porsches are just... wow! Feels like we're in an island-sized exhibition. I gotta snap some shots. We're here. Great job. I got some great pictures for my paper.
I'm sure your heart's still racing, but there's no time to rest. The next vehicle you'll be showcasing will likely surprise you. Danny is beside himself with excitement. Think of it like a revival. I'm sure you've never ridden anything like this before. For the next race and showcase will be the GMC Hummer EV. This rough rider combines size and speed like never before. Give it a whirl. Oh, and it might be sturdy, but remember to keep it pristine for the delivery. Have fun.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Wow, this one is gonna be a trip. I'm super excited. It's been over 10 years since the GMC released a Hummer. Let's see what this electric behemoth has in its belly. I timed you while you were driving. 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. That is pretty fast for something that heavy. Did you just cross that road without looking? That's bold. Perfect traction from shallow water to land. I'm actually looking for a title for my review. What about the E-Bear? No? Your silence speaks volumes. All right, we'll find something else. Do you think you could really go for it in this next set of turns? I want to see how the suspension holds up. Awesome. This car's like halfway between a tank and a cloud. Wish that slope was even steeper. I'd love to see what those 3 electric engines can do. We're almost there. I still need a title, by the way. The Graceful Giant, maybe? Okay, never mind. We'll figure it out after the race.
Now use your skills for the upcoming race. It's not much further. Let's see if we can impress our resident tech reviewer even more.
Holy fun! Looks like this is where the fun starts. You're racing a power truck smack in the middle of a volcano, surrounded by, I mean, look at all this. No doubt about it, the suspension definitely works. The Hummer, the power, the talent, you got all the ingredients we need to win this thing. Oh, this truck is so much fun. I can't believe they actually made this thing. Whoa, this place looks like some kind of trippy moon. How am I supposed to describe this? Oh, forget it. Look at this. Nobody's gonna believe me anyway. Oh, just look at those 250 kilowatt engines at work. This rules. That was intense. I think I finally found my title. The Lightning Hammer. 2 on the nose?
You did it! You delivered our 3 cars and proved EVs can more than hold their own against the greatest gas guzzlers. Danny's ecstatic. Thanks for making this happen. spectacular race. 3 cars, hand-picked opponents, and multiple terrains. This show is far from over. Trust me when I say that there's still plenty of room for amazement when it comes to the EV Odyssey.
Back. Did you know about this? Oh my God, we're getting the Volkswagen ID buggy concept? That car isn't even in production. You're driving an actual concept car. I have no idea what's coming next, but it's off to a great start. Wow, whoa, you're not gonna... I mean, come on! Oh, man! My heart stopped beating for a moment. We're back with the Porsche Taycan? Perfect. Can't complain. My audience loves when I write about the Taycan. Among the street e-cars, it's kind of an obvious choice. This is a 3-phase race, right? I wonder what car Motorfest picked up for the final heat. No way. Oh, they are actually giving us a Lamborghini Terzo Millennio? This bizarre concept car was a glimpse of what the future of Lambo could be. A hyper Lamborghini, pushing the bull standards to the extreme. An electric monster. Pure and simple. Clear skies ahead. Perfect time to punch it. away. That's your cue. Terzo Millennio. Allá vamos! That was amazing! I freaking love EVs. You just proved that the lightning is here to stay.
Make sure to get your vehicle reward, driver. The storm has passed, but the EV lightning strike will remain forever. Danny's headed back already. He couldn't wait to use all that data he gathered. Back to business. Our last stop, the container. One of the star vehicles is waiting for you there. We're here. The electrifying Lotus Evija and its 4 500 HP individual motors joins your roster. Nobody will be able to keep up with you. A new playlist means new adventures, driver. To where we left off.
Supercar Blondie, I'm here to make you discover the rarest and most inconceivable cars on this planet.
A playlist is available, driver. Hypercars are probably the most impressive machines out there when it comes to showing the best of current car engineering and new technologies. If you truly want to catch a glimpse of the future, it's another type of vehicle that wears the laurels: concept cars. Concept cars are experimental models meant to show the world what the future of a brand may look like. They are an incredible method that allows manufacturers to showcase their technological advances, creativity, and craft. Most concepts aren't meant for mass production. Usually only one or a few models are actually produced. Would it surprise you to hear that we have some of the craziest concept cars ever, right here at Motorfest? You're about to drive no less than 6 of them. On the cake, we have a special guest for this tour, a famous dream car specialist, the social media celebrity who's taken the internet by storm. She's the girl with the cars, Supercar Blondie. She's unquestionably the expert for the job. doing this.
What's up, guys? It's Supercar Blondie. I'm here to make you discover the rarest and most inconceivable cars on this planet. We're talking getting up close and personal. I'm joining the Motorfest adventure with one goal in mind. Gather the best concept cars ever made and put you in the driver's seat.
Check this out, guys.
Ready? For the first time, we are unleashing these dream cars and putting them to the test. And it's up to you to unlock their full potential. After all, this is no regular motor show. This is Motorfest. The future awaits. Are you ready?
Supercar Blondie and her crew are waiting for you, ready to give you a real taste of the future. Let's move on to another activity. We're on our way to meet Alex. She'll personally introduce the two first cars to you and stay in touch as you're driving. All you got to do is pick one for our first event and get as much out of it as you can. First episode, Concept Lamborghinis. Which of these two Super Bulls will you pick first? Egoista or Terzo Millennio?
What's up, guys? It's Supercar Blondie here in Hawaii at Motorfest, and I'm ready to introduce our very first two supercars. I reckon if we're going to do this, we gotta start big. Our first theme, concept cars by Lamborghini. Right, you can choose between the very rarely seen Lamborghini Egoista or the I cannot believe this is real Terzo Millennio, and just feel what it's like to set them free in this world. You think you're ready? Let's go.
Terzo Millennio, the most futuristic Lambo ever made. And let's be honest, you can never go wrong with a Lamborghini. Millennium like you've never seen it before.
The Italian bull never ceases to amaze. Catch your breath. Warm-up is over. It's now time for a duel. But put these incredible cars up against each other. After all, these two units, straight from the Lamborghini Museum, don't want to just sit still.
So you'll be driving the Lambo Egoista for this race. Buckle up, let's do this.
All right, it's face-off time, and you chose the Lamborghini Egoista, which literally translates to selfish. It is the ultimate one-seater hypercar. It's all about you and the car. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It was unveiled for the manufacturer's 50th anniversary. Just like an F1 car, it features a jet fighter-style cockpit and no doors, which means you're gonna have to limber up so you can jump in and out of this beast. And of course, there's only one of these babies in the world, so even if you have the money to buy it, doesn't mean you can. Like its designer once said, this is hedonism taken to the extreme. Right, it's time to be selfish. Let's let this one loose.
No time to rest. The Motorfest tradition is never stop driving. And you know what they say, when in Rome. We're filming all of this, and wow, that view. Isn't it awesome? All right, I've been told that path is a little more technical. Give us a good show, but, you know, watch your turns. Keep your wits about you. Not to make you nervous, but these cars must not, under any circumstance, end up in a ditch. They're worth millions of dollars. I just gotta remind you guys that this race is unprecedented. These two incredible cars going head to head. We've gotta go for it. We're reaching the toughest part now. Lots of turns from here on. Oh, careful. There's only one of these cars in the world. wipe your brow because we're finally out of these curves. Now's a good time to throw down that foot. A design coming straight from space.
Don't let your guard down. We're just getting started. Your dream car's experience moves forward with our second theme, Dream Bugattis. I know. Pretty much every Bugatti model to date already looks incredibly advanced. So how much further can they go? Well, Alex has selected two cars that'll give you a definite answer to that question. Two Bugattis that push the manufacturer's boundaries to new horizons. The Bugatti Veyron and La Voiture Noire. Time for you to choose between the two most avant-garde Bugattis ever made. Careful out there. Don't forget, these cars are priceless.
What's up, guys? The show continues and we're not slowing down. Another dream manufacturer has lent us two unbelievable concept cars. Elegant, impressive, and elusive. We're talking about the Bugatti Veyron Barchetta and the one and only Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Which car are you going to pick? One of the toughest decisions for sure. This is Dream Cars Part 2. Choose, drive, and make us fly.
The Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Let me tell you more about this incredible car. Hey guys, we're back for a new round and it's all about Bugattis this time. Two exquisite hypercar concepts. And if you're anything like me, you're gonna love this. In and out of the city in just seconds. You know, not all concept cars have finished interiors, but the cars we've chosen really do, and you've got to see them. My tip would be to switch to the cockpit view to take a closer look. This is your chance to admire the incredibly futuristic interior as well. Don't get too distracted, of course. You still got to stay on the road. Just a few more checkpoints. We've got to keep up the pace. genuinely one of its kind. It's absolutely incredible.
Versus Noir. There's a certain ring to it, don't you think? Well, guess what? That's our next headline. Do you think you're up to the job?